Szép jó napot mindenkinek, itt Orsabal, és ez itt újra a Trónok harca, első epizódja, a Telltale-féle Trónok harcáé. Ethan Forrester van most a képen, és ugye ott hagytuk abba, hogy elindult a falra, a kis apródból előavanzsált katona az tettei miatt, az ő tettei miatt. És itt most egy kis cutscene.
Ethan's fine. He's just forgotten this is a game.
I win.
Congratulations.
Szóval most váltottunk karaktert. Hiszen a másik karakter, akivel játszottunk eddig, ő az úton van. Az útján van a falhoz.
I thought we'd never find you again.
I'm right here. And I promise, I'm not going anywhere.
I wish Mira was here. And Asher. And Roderick.
I do too. But Mira's in King's Landing and...
Can't she come home? I don't want her to die too.
Ryan, she's perfectly safe, I promise you.
I don't want Garrett to die either. Maester Ortengrin said he got sent to the wall.
Így van, Garrett volt.
I'll miss Garrett. He was nice.
He won't get hurt.
He got hurt by those Whitehill men. No one will tell me what Garrett
nem úgy sült el,
did.
ahogy
It must
szerettem
have been
volna. Szóval
serious.
Garrett a falnál van,
I heard Duncan
illetve a
and
falhoz
Sir
megy.
Roland talking. They said someone
És
will come
most
here looking
a
for revenge.
Forrester ház
Everyone's worried
megmaradt
about you, but I'm not. I know you'll protect us.
urával, ugye,
Who
mivel
said they're
meghalt
worried
a
about me?
az
Well,
apja és a
Sir
bátyja
Roland
is.
for one. He says you
Így
can't
ő
fight
most
them.
már a, hát a
And
Forrester
he
ház
calls
ura,
you milksop.
ővele fogunk most játszani.
Sir Roland forgets himself. After all, you are the lord of the house now.
Így
He
van.
doesn't know me or what I'm capable of.
What does milksop mean?
I don't know. But I know it's not good.
Ethan, you should let Sir Roland teach you how to wield a sword, like a man. He
Hát
taught
kösz.
Roderick and Asher, and he even showed me how to fight. Properly, I mean.
A lord should know how to fight.
Do you remember when we were younger? When we all used to play here? You, me, Roderick, Asher. We'd all be out here for hours.
Yeah. Where was I?
You weren't born yet.
We had so much fun. But then, well, then everything changed.
Így van.
Roderick became
Hogy
so
a
serious.
trónokharc világában általában minden hirtelen megváltozik.
And Asher,
És ebben a Telltale nagyon jó, szóval ez egy jó fúzió.
everything. Promise me you won't be like that. Please, just be you. I like you the way you are. I know a lord has many responsibilities, but you don't need to be like them.
I don't want to get angry, but I may have to. Father did sometimes.
But you're nice. Everybody says that about you.
Ő ugye a hugunk, vagy nővérünk, a
Well,
fene tudja.
Since you're the new lord, you can do anything you want.
I suppose.
Everyone will have to do as you say. So I could have all the sweets I want.
If only it were that simple. It would be nice if someone did what I wanted for once.
As many as you'd like, yes.
Really?
Of course. Why not?
Lord Ethan, you're needed in the Great Hall at once. Quickly, on your feet.
What's the matter?
Lord Whitehill has arrived, unannounced and certainly unexpected.
Ajaj,
Come demanding
megjött a
justice.
konfliktus.
Can't he meet
Hiszen
with
az mindig
Duncan?
kell.
He is the Castellan.
Stay with us. Please, Ethan.
He's demanding an audience with the Lord. We really must go.
It's your decision. You are the lord.
If I were lord, I would command Ethan to stay with his family.
Fine. If that's what's required of me.
Very well then.
Hát bennem kell, ez van. Nyilván sokkal békésebb és kellemesebb itt az erdőben testvéreink mellett, de néha a kötelesség elszólít, ez előfordul. a valós életben is, hiszen ebből táplálkozik ez az egész történet. Bármennyire is fantasy, a fantasy mindig a valóságból merített. És azt gondolta tovább. Már a görögöknél is, az ókori görögöknél, az pedig nem ma volt.
Lord Whitehill is in a lather. I assume you explained to Lord Ethan why they're here.
Business with Garrett.
Illetve a valóság egyfajta értelmezésének tekinthető a fantasy műfaj. Na mindegy, szóval folytassuk inkább a történetünket, illetve figyeljünk arra.
Let's not do something rash. Things are bad enough as it is.
I can handle Lord Whitehill.
Well said, my lord.
Now is not the time to anger Lord Whitehill any more than he already is. He's got 5 times as many men, and the backing of House Bolton.
All the more reason to stand up
Hát
for
itt
ourselves.
a diplomácia lesz a megfelelő megoldás szerintem. Hiszen baromi nagy túlerőben vannak. És hát nem szeretnénk konfrontálódni velük komolyabban.
Lord Ethan, is it? My condolences for your father and brother. The late Lord Forrester was no friend to me or my house. My only regret is I wasn't there to drive the dagger into his heart myself. I've been waiting for this day all my life. The Forresters finally get their due.
I may be young, but I'm not so easily fooled. You're trying to rile me, but it won't work.
Young? You are that boy. Too young to know when you're in over your head. And no bread and salt! What kind of fucking house receives a lord with no fucking bread and salt? You bloody amateur. No courtesies. I should have expected as much.
Fetch Lord Whitehill some bread and salt. It was an oversight, Lord Whitehill. I promise it won't happen again.
Not likely. You Forresters have shit on us for generations. Well, now the Starks are no longer around to have your back, are they? We're the power in the north now.
Nyilvánvalóan antipatikus a csávó, de ez is a cél.
And we've been his bannermen for 5
Hogy kezeljük a helyzetet, erről szól.
You cunt.
Lord Ethan, you're losing control of this.
That's enough, Lord Whitehill.
I'm not finished. Maybe if you hadn't been so fucking greedy with the ironwood, things would have been different between us.
You squandered your share.
Our share was taken from us. We had no fucking choice but to harvest what was left.
What is it you want, Lord Whitehill?
Garrett, nyilván.
Your man, the squire. We were minding our own business. Keeping the king's peace, as his lordship here said. And your man attacked us for no reason.
Hear that? Attacked for no reason.
That's not how it happened.
Then you admit it was your man who killed my men. And a pig farmer at that. How do you answer for your squire, Lord Ethan? He acted in your name. And you are the lord of this house.
We lost people too, Lord Whitehill. Your men murdered his entire family.
You lost pig farmers, not soldiers. Soldiers worth 100 of their type. Where's the fucking coward who killed my men? I know he's here. What have you done with him?
He was sent to the wall.
Who the fuck sent him to the wall? Answer me! Who's the one who did it?
You heard me. He was sent to the wall. It's done.
What? That was my justice to deliver, boy. And you denied me of it. I'm not leaving until I have my justice. Now bring me the coward who did it, or you'll answer to Roose Bolton. What kind of fucking house is this?
A house of honorable men.
Lady Forrester.
You bellow like a wounded boar, Lord Whitehill. Have you forgotten your manners?
I mean no disrespect to you, my lady, considering your losses and all. But this is not over.
It's over when my son says it is.
This is over, Lord Whitehill.
Ethan is Lord of Ironrath now. By rights his word is law here. If that displeases you, Then I trust you can find the door.
That lad may be lord of this house, but Lord Bolton will have the final say. I'll send him a raven letting him know a Forrester man killed one of his own. That the new Lord Forrester lied to my face and denied me my justice. Then we'll see whose word is law.
Do as you like, Lord Whitehill.
Hát ez lehetett volna rosszabb is. Senki nem mondja meg, hogy...
I was wrong about your son, my lady. He stood up to him like a true lord.
Ja, jó, oké,
You were
köszönöm.
brave, my son. But you'll need to be braver still when Ramsay Snow arrives to see you bend the knee. Prepare a raven. We need to send word to Mira in King's Landing at once.
Jó. Egyelőre elsimítottuk a helyzetet, nem tudom, mi lesz a folytatása.
Your sister can help us. Although just a handmaiden, she has Marjorie Tyrell's favor. And Lady Marjorie's betrothal to the king may be enough to keep the Boltons at bay. If it's presented to her as it should be.
Aha. Újabb ismerős név tűnt fel, Marjorie Tyrell. Ó. Végre irányíthatunk is. Mai nap először. Több mint 10 perc után.
Father, much excitement here in King's Landing for the coming wedding. Lady
Oh.
Marjorie has proven to be quite popular throughout the city. I do wish you and Mother could come, although I know it would be impossible under the circumstances. I miss all of you, and I look forward to the day you can.
Ez most picikét kellemetlen és szomorú, hiszen meghalt az apja.
Ethan made this for me. Asher sent me this coin to remember him. What a strange place, Essos.
Hát nem néztünk meg minden, de... Túl sok szentimentális pillanat volt egy picit most.
Wonders made by man, by Lomas Longstrider. A gift from Roderick. I hope to see them all someday.
Na itt a levél. Erre leszünk kíváncsiak.
It troubles me to even ask this of you, but you must appeal to Lady Marjorie to intervene on our behalf.
Lehet,
She
hogy
is our
találkozunk
best
is Lady
hope
Marjorie-val.
and can be a powerful ally, especially now when your family so desperately needs her help.
Az jó lenne, egy kedvenc karakterem a rendes sorozatból.
One moment.
Oh, sorry, milady. I didn't mean to disturb you. I can come back later if you'd like.
No, it's fine. Come in.
Most beküldtem volna elbe. Nem nagyon van különösebb dolgom. Ez egy kis apród szerűség.
Begging your pardon, milady, but you all right? If
The
you don't
Amodora.
mind my asking, you seem rather upset.
I'm fine, thank you.
Of course, milady.
Please hurry if you can. Lady Marjorie will be here any minute.
Of course.
Ide jön. Ez jó, meglátjuk mennyire hasonlít a filmbeli
You work for Lady
színésznőre.
Marjorie? I may be wrong, but it seems like you do.
I'm her handmaiden.
That's what I thought. I've seen you with her before. You seem like good friends. I saw Lady Marjorie just this morning, outside the royal steps, talking to Queen Cersei.
Cersei?
Uh-oh. Na őt viszont. Nem sok mindent gyűlölök jobban nála.
I couldn't hear much, but it was definitely an argument.
Why are you telling me this?
I heard them arguing about House Forrester and...
House Forrester?
Tehát, hogy kicsit Sansa szerepébe kerülünk.
I thought you'd like to know. Forgive me if I was mistaken. I hope you're not in any kind of trouble.
Hát én
Most
is.
people don't tend to notice a callboy. Not in King's Landing with so many lords and ladies about.
Callboy, szén fiú.
You see and hear all sorts of things.
Lehet, hogy ez valami olyan különleges kifejezés, amit nem értek.
Good night, my lady.
Jó, 8. Hát fényes nappal van. Jó, azért kösz. Így van, ő Marjorie.
Lady Marjorie.
Szerintem jól megcsinálták.
I was hoping there would be time for us to talk.
Sőt, a szinkronhangja is egy az egyben ugyanaz. Megőrülök. Illetve hát nem a szinkronhangja, hanem ő szinkronizálja, aki a rendes színésznő, ha jól hallom.
From the day you arrived in Highgarden,
Így
I
van.
thought of you more as a friend
Hát
than
ez
as my
baromi jó.
handmaiden. A dear friend, in fact.
Thank you, my lady.
And you know how I feel about what's happened to your family. I feel your pain as if it were my own. What you've suffered is beyond imagining.
You're very kind, my lady.
Of course, Mira, but you must not despair. We will get through this together. You must understand there are limits to what I can say, especially here in King's Landing, now that I am to be queen. To have a handmaiden from the north, whose family fought for Robb Stark. It raises questions at a time I can least afford. Cersei herself cornered me this morning outside the Royal Sept. She mentioned the northern girl in my service, and she painted you a traitor. She was very pleased with herself. Her face was full of mirth as she said it.
I'm not a traitor.
Of course not. It's only an excuse to torment you, and by extension, me. She demands an audience. She wants an apology of some sort, for what I don't know, but she's waiting for us now, and I promised I would bring you to her. I wouldn't ask if you were not important. I cannot afford any conflict with Cersei with the wedding so near.
I'll do as you ask, my lady.
I knew I could trust you. Humor her. Tell her what she wants to hear.
Hát igyekszem. Most is azt csinálom. Gyakorlatilag eddig végig azt csináltam. Nem akarom egyébként robbantani a bombát a arrogáns és cinikus válaszokkal. Azt hiszem arra még ráérünk a későbbi epizódokban is akár.
You'll be fine. I know you will. You may feel one thing, but you must say another.
Marjorie-ben bízom. Úgyhogy úgy fog tenni, hogy kérte.
Good luck.
Mint hogyha izéhez mennék. Fogorvoshoz. Egy őrült fogdokihoz, aki 3 fúróval fúrja egyszerre a fogadat, és 2-t húz ki egyszerre. Érzéstelenítő nélkül. Hát mondjuk lehet, hogy ez még rosszabb is. Oh, Tyrion!
You can do this.
Őt viszont nagyon kedvelem, lehet, hogy segíteni fog. Most ezen a megbeszélésen, vagy közbelép, vagy ilyesmi. Sansát is állandóan védte a zsarnok nővérétől. Cersei is nagyon jól megcsinálta.
Lord Tyrion, Your Grace? With your permission, allow me to introduce Lady Mira of House Forrester.
Your Grace.
The girl knows her courtesies. Impressive. You may rise.
És neki is ugyanez a szinkron hangja.
House Forrester is a northern house loyal.
Rendes színésznő.
Are they?
I beg your pardon, Your Grace.
I wasn't talking to you. I want to hear from the girl. Is your family loyal to the king?
Perhaps you should ask the new Lord Forrester.
He's not here, is he? She is.
House Forrester's loyalty to the crown never wavers, Your Grace.
I see. And yet... For centuries, the Forresters have been loyal bannermen to House Stark. A house of traitors.
Yes, Your Grace. They are traitors.
The Starks were your liege lord, yet you name them traitors so easily.
Clearly her loyalty wavers quite a lot.
If she has any loyalty at all.
Uh-oh.
Is your house willing to swear fealty to your new liege lord, Roose Bolton?
He is the Warden of the North, Your Grace.
He is. And I the Queen Regent, and Tyrion the Master of Coin.
Mm-hmm.
The girl has a remarkable talent for answering questions, while in fact saying nothing at all.
Köszönöm, Tyrion. Tényleg oldja a feszültséget.
Not easily abandoned. But now that the war is over, we must look to rebuild and forge new alliances. There are ships and shields to be built, and Joffrey will need a steady supply of ironwood for his armies. I'm told there are others who would happily serve that purpose, but I trust we can rely on House Forrester.
Forster Ironwood does seem rather unique.
Yes, Your Grace.
It would be a shame to see it fall into the hands of another house. I imagine you'd do almost anything to prevent that from happening, wouldn't you? Ask any Lannister, and they'd do whatever was necessary to save Casterly Rock. It would be unfortunate to see another house lay claim to what's yours.
Yes, Your Grace. I would do anything.
I see.
What would you have the girl do, Cersei? It's not as if she fought beside the Starks, wielding a battle axe for the Northern Army.
It raises an interesting question.
Keep calm and laugh, Tyrion.
Can we truly blame those who end up on the wrong side of the war? Our dear Marjorie here was betrothed to Rhaenyra Baratheon on the false assumption that he would one day rule the Seven Kingdoms. Can we fault her for her mistake? Should she be held accountable?
I'm sure she regrets it.
Perhaps. Perhaps not.
If there's a point to this, I hope you find it quickly.
Loyalty can be such a hard thing to define. This city alone is filled with all sorts of ambitious opportunists looking to reinvent themselves. Pretending to be something they're not. Who knows what lurks within their hearts. You are a girl from the north, here in service to Lady Marjorie. One can only assume her interests are yours. Yet loyalty to a king, that must be absolute, beyond question. And if your loyalties were to become conflicted between your king and the very person whom you serve, what would you do then?
I'm sure she
would...
Let
the girl answer the question. Go on.
I would be true to the king, Your Grace.
Well said. I was beginning to worry you didn't have your priorities straight.
She
Remélem
is
Marjorie.
a threat to the crown, isn't she? The most dangerous handmaiden in all of King's Landing.
Remélem Marjorie tudja, hogy csak azt mondom, amit hallani akar Cersei, tehát azt teszem, amit kért tőlem.
Which is not very encouraging. I'd like a word with you, if I may.
Of course, Your Grace.
I'll walk you out. This may come as a surprise, but I met your father once, at the tourney at Lannisport. Even then he didn't trust Roose Bolton. We only spoke briefly, but your father struck me as an honorable man. You have my condolences for his loss. These would be trying times for your family, even under the best of circumstances.
These are trying times, my lord. My family fears what might happen now that the Boltons rule the north.
They must still answer to the crown. You shouldn't forget that, nor should they. That certainly took courage. To so publicly declare your loyalty to Joffrey for all to hear. Poor Lady Marjorie was humiliated, although Cersei seemed quite pleased. It was quite the first impression. I, of course, found it all highly entertaining.
I was trying to appease her.
I think that was clear to everyone. My sister and I have our differences.
Remélem
She takes great
is.
pleasure in
Illetve hát tudom.
charades. I take mine in thwarting them. We must find our amusements where we can. She threatened to give your ironwood to another house. It is the master of coin who decides such matters. The crowd needs boats. Boats need wood, and I speak for the crowd in this regard, not her.
What are you suggesting?
I suppose the crown could be persuaded to secure ironwood from House Forrester. Lady Marjorie might not look favorably on such an alliance, and it would infuriate Cersei. Although what would be amusing for me might prove rather dangerous for you and your house. Are you willing to risk that? It may be far too dangerous.
It's a risk I'm willing to take, Lord Tyrion. Please.
You are a brave girl, aren't you? I'll consider it. Now, if you'll excuse me, I promised Sansa I would join her for dinner tonight. 3 beautiful bottles of Dornish wine await my arrival.
I hope we meet again.
Nothing would make Cersei happier. Until then, be careful. This is not the North. King's Landing can be a nest of vipers to the uninitiated.
Aha. Köszönöm a tanácsot. Bár tudtam róla, de... Tyrion jó fej, mindig is az volt. És ebben is nagyon jól eltalálták eddig a karakterét. Ezt a pár mondatot mondta csak, de már megvett kilóra.
Mira, I was worried. How was it? Cersei has a way of looking at you as though you're nothing. It's more than a little intimidating. Sorry, I shouldn't have asked. Lady Marjorie has spent the entire day working on seating arrangements for the wedding. Of course, you and I are seated way at the back, here with the 4th cousins and the 9th-born sons. Sir Jaime, I wouldn't mind tarnishing that white cloak of his.
Sarah!
What? It's true. And Oberyn Martell, the Red Viper.
Dobálóznak-e?
I'm told he has a paramour, which I doubt is Dornish for wife.
You'll get us in trouble.
We're just having some fun. Perhaps Lady Marjorie can make the right introductions. Who knows? We might meet our future husbands. Although, marrying a king, I can only imagine what that would be like. Would you marry Joffrey if it meant you'd become queen?
No.
He does have a certain look about him, and he's always treated Lady Marjorie well.
I'd marry anyone if it helped my family.
Right, of course. Well, I would marry him. Imagine the power you would have as Queen of the 7 Kingdoms. I might even allow you to be my handmaiden.
So.
Let's
Álmaim
see,
melója.
who else should we marry off? Brienne of Tarth and Tyrion Lannister. What a perfect match! Sir Bronn and...
What are you doing?
Uh-oh.
Well? Sarah?
I'm sorry, my lady.
As am I. We shouldn't have been messing about.
This is not a game. It's a battle plan. Allies and enemies can be made with every move. Yet they say it is men who are powerful. The Queen was pleased by your display, Mira. I'm just glad it's over.
Remélem nem nagyon haragszik, mert
King's Landing can be
mondom, csak eltettem, amit kért tőlem. Nyilván nem úgy gondoltam a dolgokat minden esetben.
I fear it will only get worse when I am queen.
Once they know your true heart, the lords and ladies will have no choice but to love you.
Do you agree?
Once you are queen, the lords and ladies will do their best to please you.
You learn very quickly.
Your words to Cersei were brave, but I know you must fear what the Boltons might do to your family. I do appreciate your willingness to appease her, as difficult as it may have been.
Thank you, my lady. There's been something on my mind. Something important. I did have a favor to ask of you in return.
Whatever you wish to say, you can say it in front of Sarah. There are no secrets between us.
It's about my family.
I trust her. Go on. Ask.
Forgive me, my lady. I wouldn't otherwise ask this of you, but my mother insisted. It's about my family.
Ramsay Snow. What would you have me do?
My mother fears our family will suffer if Ramsay is left to do as he likes. She thought, if a raven could be sent to the Boltons to let them know House Forrester has the protection of the crown. I know it's a lot to ask of you, and I wouldn't otherwise, but she insisted.
That is no small request, especially now.
I know, my lady, and I wouldn't ask this of you otherwise. But my mother has left me no choice. She insisted.
Jó, biztos felfogtam már.
Too well your family fought for the Starks, and now you would have me ask him to intervene. Is the situation that dire?
You can't, my lady. King Joffrey won't like it. Just think how he turned on Lady Sansa. Please, Lady Marjorie, I beg of you. I fear for my family's safety.
I don't know, Mira. If Cersei were to find out...
Ramsay Snow will arrive at Ironrath within the week. I would never ask this of you if it weren't so urgent.
Very well. I'll make your request, but I cannot promise anything.
Thank you, my lady. I will send a raven to my family at once.
Hát azt hiszem, hogy most hatalmas szívességet tesz nekünk, hogyha nem nagyon értenétek, miről van szó. Arról van szó, hogy anyánk megkért minket, hogy járjunk közre Marjorie-nél, hogy küldjön egy varjút, vagy mi az, Raven? Ja, igen, hogy hollótanul, hogy mi családunk a korona védelmét élvezési, Ramsay Snow nem tehet semmit. Csak hát nyilván Joffrey nem kedvel minket, úgyhogy ha Marjorie ilyet kért tőle, akkor az ő kapcsolatuk is akár veszélybe kerülhetne. Meg hát Cersei sem nagyon repesne az örömtől. Úgyhogy ja, egy elég kényes szituáció volt. Ramsay Snow.
Did you know my ancestors wore the skins of their enemies as a coat?
Uh-oh.
Not my best work, unfortunately. I suppose I have fallen out of practice. But he didn't make it easy, what with all that bloody noise.
Like a drowning cat. I thought he'd never stop.
As my father likes to say, a naked man holds few secrets, but the flayed man holds none.
Pity he didn't know your father was the Warden of the North.
He does now. How much further is it to these Forresters?
A day, my lord. 2 at most.
Nyilván nem fogjuk megölni, vagy ilyesmi, hiszen Ramsay Snow egy nagyon fontos karakter a rendes trónok harcában is, és még ma is él, tehát még a 4. évad végénre is sem lett semmi baja sajnos.
Hear that? I know I heard something.
Mivel hülyeség lett volna ott maradni, hiszen oda jöttek, hát. Remélem nem kapnak el, vagy ilyesmi.
Lord Ethan, as I was saying, you are young. And there are those within these walls who are uncertain of your leadership. But 300 generations of Forester Lords stand behind you. Lord Gerhard the Tall, who founded our house, and your grandfather, Lord Thorin the Bold, who seized back the river valley from the White Hills.
What did they call my father?
Lord Gregor the Good.
A jó.
He was fair and wise, and courageous in battle.
And what would they call me?
That is for you to define as the new lord. These were your father's people to lead and protect, and now they're yours. But your father did not bear this responsibility alone. He and every Forester Lord before him chose one man whom they trusted above all others, the Lord Sentinel. Forester traditions demand that a new Lord Sentinel must be chosen.
Keep walking, you craven son of a whore. Move. Summon the Lord. We need his judgment.
Uh-oh.
I've done nothing wrong. I was only trying to survive.
Nyilván Sentinel az ő lesz, a Garrettnek a nagybátyja.
Lord Ethan. Mace.
Why did you kick this man?
This craven is a deserter and a thief.
This house is doomed! We all fucking know it!
Quiet, thief. Eric was supposed to be guarding our weapons, but instead we caught him stealing them.
2 shields and 3 spears.
Why did you do it?
Because I've no wish to die. Yes, my lord. I fled. We should all flee.
Dehogy is, Marjorie elintézi.
If you're taking what's yours by right. He speaks true. I've a family to feed, and not 2 coins to rub together since Lord Gregor left us to rot here. Where's our pay? Our share of bread and wine grows smaller every day.
Leave the poor man alone.
Fene, most mi a fenét csináljak ezzel? Ha filmen is van egy hasonló helyzet, akkor sem tudnám megoldani egyszerűen.
We'll never survive the coming winter. Most of us won't even live to see it.
We are in this together.
You say that, but it won't be you who's starving come winter.
You'll address him as Lord. Lord Ethan, you must decide the punishment. Lord Gregor always took a thief's fingers. 3 of them.
Now may not be the time for harsh punishment. The men are on edge as it is.
Men need to know they cannot do whatever the fuck they please. Their lord will not permit it.
You can send him to the war.
A fene essen belé.
I will decide.
Take his fingers, thief! If you punish me, you'll be punishing an innocent man. It will be an injustice, my lord. Please, my lord. My family depends on me.
I sentence you to the wall, where you will join the Night's Watch.
No, please, my lord! My
Sajnálom.
family, without me, they'll die!
Legalább megmaradt az ujjad.
That was certainly unpleasant, but a lord must meet our punishment when it's due.
Not just yourself, of course. You can weigh on any lord.
It's a lord's duty, so I did it.
You heard what the thief said. I expect this sort of thing will happen again. But a sentinel can help you in the face of disloyalty. You need someone you can trust by your
Nagyon
side.
fűz a mester, de nem lesz ő a Sentinel. Egyértelmű.
Someone you can rely on, no matter the circumstance. Possessing wisdom and experience.
But Maester, That is what the small council is for.
My lord, you of all people should know that too many voices muddy the message. That is why there is one lord above all. And so there must be one advisor above the rest. There are 2 capable men for the role. They both want the job, but neither thinks very highly of the other.
How do I decide between them?
Talk to them. Solicit the opinion of people close to you.
Azt hiszem már eldöntöttem előre.
The bracer of the sentinel. The badge of office. Tonight is your first small council meeting. It would be wise to bestow this bracer upon your chosen sentinel then, to show that you are decisive and in control of this house. Your sentinel will wear this for all to see.
I'll make the right choice as sentinel.
Come speak with me when you're ready to convene the small council, my lord.
Úgy lesz. Most a Master is szimpatikus volt az elején, most sem érzem úgy, hogy olyan nagyon nagy probléma lenne veled, azért őrszemet nem csinálnék belőle. Ugye a második ember a Lord után, tehát utánam, jobb kezem, úgyhogy olyant kéne csinálni. Olyat kéne választani, aki tudja csinálni a dolgát rendesen.
I didn't know dogs could hold swords. Of course, my lord.
I have many decisions to make, and I wanted your advice. What's the state of our defenses? Are these men ready for what's coming?
This lot, ready? No, but they will be. We post anyone who can hold a spear along the parapet, up where they won't get much scrutiny, and put our meanest, nastiest looking brutes front and centre. That'll show Ramsay we're a force in our own right. You've got to project power, especially when you're weakened.
Thank you, Sir Royland. I'll let you get back to training these men.
Thank you, my lord. And I'll be sure to watch out for more deserters. After today, I suspect there'll be more to come.
Oké. Neki is megvan az maga értékrendje, és igazából nem tudok vele nem egyet érteni egy ilyen háborús helyzetben, de valahogy nem túl szimpi. Duncan sokkal inkább.
I have much to consider. We face a difficult decision.
Perhaps I can help. Your father often sought my counsel.
As Lord, I must name a sentinel.
Of course. And if I may ask, who do you favor for the role? Perhaps I can share my insight. And talking can sometimes help you make a decision.
Would you want to be the sentinel?
More than you can imagine, my lord. With all due respect for Sir Royland, there's no one better suited to the role than me.
Thank you, Duncan. I appreciate your advice.
I'm at your service, my lord.
Duncant fogom választani, mert szerintem tud megfelelően hideg fejjel gondolkodni, amikor nagy szükség van rá. És most erre van hatalmas szükség. Akkor beszéljünk a fószerrel, hogy összehívhatjuk a tanácsot. Én eldöntöttem. Fölösleges tovább várni erre.
Maester?
Yes, Lord Ethan. Are you prepared to name your sentinel?
What is it you're doing over here?
Admiring the ironwood, my lord. I studied it at the Citadel. The wood may be black, but I see gold. An entire forest of gold.
What do you mean?
It is our greatest asset, my lord. Why not give some of our ironwood to House Bolton and have them leave us be? We could ransom ourselves. You can hardly put a price on your own life, or the lives of those you love.
How much do we have to give, Maester?
From here to Wolfswood Creek and then across the next 2 ridges, it should be enough to satisfy Ramsay's snow, I imagine. Bloodlust can often be sated by gifts and gold.
A Ramsaynél nem hiszem. De majd meglátjuk, ez egy későbbi probléma.
Yes, Maester. I'm ready.
Very well. I will convene the small council at once.
Úgy terveztem, hogy ma letolom ezt az első epizódot, bár kicsit hosszú lesz, tömör és száraz. Ezzel tisztában vagyok még. Akkor is, hogyha azért igyekszem élvezhetővé tenni, bár nyilván nem beszélek túl sokat, amikor ők beszélnek, mert hát egyszerre beszélnék, az totál káosz lenne. De szerintem nincs szükség arra, hogy három felé szedjük ezt az epizódot.
You may sit.
I believe Lord Ethan has reached his decision.
Before I name my sentinel, I must tell you. Duncan, Royland, this house needs you both.
But you can only choose one, my lord.
Let him be on with it.
Many thought either of you would make a fine sentinel, but I have made my decision.
Uh-oh.
Duncan Tuttle, you will be my sentinel.
Tuttle? This is reckless.
Lord Ethan has made his choice. I will not disappoint you, my lord.
Remélem is. Royland lehet egy kicsit be fog pipulni.
What do you have to report of Ramsay Snow?
Our scout says only a day's ride from here. We've no time to waste.
Who knows what he's capable of? We need to prepare for the worst.
There's no need to panic. We can devise a plan to deal with him.
The Boltons need our people to harvest the ironwood. Even the bastard Ramsay must understand that.
He's not coming here to negotiate. We must answer with the sword.
That's
oh my God.
Suicide. You gamble with the lives of everyone within these walls. Ignore Sir Royland. You named me Sentinel. I knew this would happen. He cannot be trusted.
This is the bloody small council.
Enough! Would my father have stood for this kind of bickering? Neither will I.
Sir Royland is clearly able and ready to take up arms, but the rest of our soldiers are not. We need to take a cunning approach. Diplomacy can be a sharper instrument than a sword.
The Bolton sigil
Az baj, hogy
blade man. Force is the only thing they
az a baj, Ramsay Snow-val tényleg nem megyünk semmire a diplomáciával, pedig tényleg az lenne a célszerű, hiszen hatalmas túlerőben vannak.
It's not too late for the crown to intervene on our behalf, but we must
Igen, ez a
have a plan
Péter.
if Mira's efforts are not successful. I trust Mira's judgment. I don't doubt she did everything within her power to help us.
Mother, what do you recommend we do?
We must give him whatever he wants and be done with it. It's too dangerous to do otherwise.
Why not make an offering for peace, my lord?
Yeah, the wisdom of the Citadel.
We can give the Boltons ironwood in exchange for their protection.
You must be mad. It's pure folly to just give away the only currency we have to bargain with.
Enough! My new sentinel favors a certain approach, and I agree. I shall use diplomacy with Lord Snow. I would be foolish to pick a fight without negotiating first. I'll offer our allegiance, and try to reach a reasonable agreement.
If you aren't ready for a fight, you're bound to lose when one breaks out.
Ethan has made his opinion known, and you will respect his decision.
Van abban valamit mond. Még akkor is, hogyha nagyon nyers, és tényleg mint egy faragatlan tuskó. De hát az arcát elnéz, azért megért már egyes mást.
Invite him into this hall and meet him face to face, lord to lord.
Ramsay Snow is no lord. That's absurd.
Tényleg nem.
Meet him at the gate with as much force as we can muster. Make him wait. Let him gaze upon Ironrath. And when he enters, he'll know it's only because you allowed him.
Ez jobban tetszik most.
I will meet him at the gate.
Very good, my lord. I shall prepare the men.
Men? We hardly have any.
It's a foolish plan. How many years have I served this house? I cannot listen to that bloody idiot anymore. Forgive me, my lord, but you are not ready to be lord of this house. You're likely to get us all killed.
Not another word.
Your father would not approve, my lord.
Sejtettem, hogy valami hasonló lesz belőle, bár ezek...
Apologies, my son.
Mindegy.
I had expected better of him. But now that it is settled, we know what we must do. You will meet Ramsay Snow at the gate, and we will not offer our ironwood.
And don't worry, Lord Ethan. I will stand beside you, where your sentinel belongs.
Then perhaps we should adjourn. We have to prepare the house.
Okay.
My lord, you have named your sentinel, but you still seem conflicted. And no matter what, you can't be indecisive. Not if you want to help this house. Forgive me.
There will always be those who question your leadership, which is why you need allies you can rely on. Family. Mira has done everything she can in King's Landing, but there are others who can help us. What about your brother, Asher?
You want to bring him back?
He's a skilled fighter, but what's more, he has the will to fight, a hunger for it. He always protected you and your sister. And we need all the help we can get.
But won't he be Lord if he returns? Do you want him to take my place?
Of course not. He has no interest in such things. And that's not what I want either. Asher is volatile, but that is his strength too. Do you remember the miller's boy? How he tormented you? I wanted to intervene, but your father said Ethan must fight his own battles. But when Asher saw it, he didn't take a breath. He grabbed the miller's boy by the neck. That was his first instinct. Asher knocked out half the poor boy's teeth.
Elég faragatlan a bátyám is, de abban igaza van a anyánknak, hogy most erre lesz szükség.
He acts, and we need that. You have many fine qualities, but you do not have that anger inside you.
I'm not like that, but I don't need to be, do I?
No, but you need someone who is standing beside you. I'm trying to do what's best for this family, what this family needs. Ethan, let me send Malcolm to Essos.
Fine. Malcolm will go to Essos and bring Asher back.
Thank you, Ethan. I'm glad you will let me do this. Know that you never stand alone. You are a forester. Mira stands with us, and she
Én úgy érzem, hogy ez egy jó megoldás, hogy mindenkit mozgósítunk a családból, akit csak lehet, hiszen hatalmas túlerőben van az ellenfél. Már a nővérünket a King's Landingben már aktivizáltuk, őt, így van, és most a másik bátyánkat is, hiszen az egyik már meghalt, meg az apánk is, úgyhogy szerintem lehet, hogy nem jó megoldás, vagy jó ötlet. Hol jött még ez a kulcs nekünk? A fene tudja.
Marjorie? Oh. Lady Marjorie is still with the king. I thought you'd want to know. Thank you.
Nem tudom, miért raktam el a kulcsot.
Look, the other day when you asked Lady Marjorie for help, I only spoke out of fear for her. I want to help you if there's anything I can do.
Igen, befogadhat a szárat.
I can't imagine how you must feel.
Please don't repeat what you heard to anyone.
Of course. I never would. Lady Marjorie is always saying how important friends and allies are in King's Landing. Just know, I will be here for you if you ever... My lady, I'll leave you to talk.
Are you all right, my lady?
The king was not inclined to offer help for your family. I'll need this mended.
Gods.
He said I was too easily swayed. And he reminded me that I am not yet his wife. I allayed his fear. For now. But it will be a long time before I can ask him for anything again. Nothing I said could cheer him. He wouldn't even speak to me when I left him.
What can I do to make this better, my lady?
There's nothing you can do, Mira.
Understand, it was my mother's plan, not mine. I just hope you can find some way to forgive me.
Nem sikerült túl jól a megbeszélés Joffrey-val, úgyhogy ezért. Ez most a probléma.
Not how things are done, Mira. Not in King's Landing.
I'm sorry, my lady.
Soon I will be queen, and maybe then I'll be in a better position to help you. But for now we must both be cautious.
I must send a raven. I have to warn my family. If you'll excuse me, my lady.
Milady. Begging your pardon, milady. I hope I didn't frighten you.
How long have you been waiting there?
Not long. I was just passing by when I saw you emerge from Lady Marjorie's room. I hope you saw. I was right before. About Lady Marjorie and Queen Cersei. I just want you to know, I can help you if you'd like. And your family, if you're willing to trust me. I hear all sorts of things. Things that could be useful for you.
How can you help me? My problems can't be solved by what you might overhear.
Which is why you must trust me, milady. You need allies.
Igen, de King's Landingben mindenki hazudik, ez a legfontosabb tétel.
I'm sorry. I really must go.
Please don't despair. I know people who... People would be willing to help you.
Az a kis szén fiú. Aha. Kíváncsi leszek rá, hogy ő mit tud. Meg amúgy ki ő? Hogy mindig ott van. Valószínűleg fontos szerepe lesz még.
Where's Sir Royland? The man values pride more than honor. And without King's Landing, I know you'd hoped Mira could help us, but I'm confident we've enough strength of our own.
Igen, az vakvágyra...
I hope so.
Vakvágányra futotta.
You made the right decision, my lord.
A Mira-féle szál. Joffrey miatt természetesen, mert egy hülye kis köcsög, és... Nem úgy megérdemelte azt, amit kapott, hanem hogy 5-ször annyit érdemelt volna. Ramsay Snow igazán kezelésbe bevette volna úgy egy olyan 4-5 hónapig. Igen, ő. Csak emlegetni kellett.
Something wrong with your gate?
Fú, de gyűlöllek. de jó, nagyon jól meg van csinálva ő is.
Well, aren't you the little lord? No wonder you can't open the gate. Shall we help you? Now let me in. This is a lovely pile of timber, isn't it?
You may enter.
Oh, may we? How gracious of the Lord to allow us in. And you said he wasn't a proper lord.
A token for the new Warden of the North.
Let me guess. Forrester Ironwood.
Carved by our most skilled craftsman.
Ironwood. Doesn't look like much. Don't know what's so special about it.
No one can match our skill.
Is that so? Not bad. Lord Whitehill, can your lot do this?
Given enough time, we could learn.
Given enough time, you could do a great many things. But not this, apparently.
Igen, erről híres a Forrester ház, hogy bitang kemény pajzsokat tud csinálni a itt felelhető vasfából. Ez az egyetlen értékünk.
Quite the army you have, Lord Forrester. Very impressive.
Megint egy kényes szituáció lesz nagyon. Ja, folyton ilyenekbe kever ez a játék, de ezért baromi jó megint csak. Szerintem hozza a Walking Dead színvonalát, persze ebből a másfél órából, amit eddig láttam, ahogy meg tudom ítélni. Nyilván egy totálisan más témáról van szó.
Look at that. More Forrester.
Lord Ramsay?
Come out where I can see.
We really must focus on the business at hand.
What is it you want, Lord Ramsay?
What do I want? Everything. Nothing.
Nagyon pontosan tudsz fogalmazni.
First, let's see you bend the knee to my father, Lord Bolton, Warden of the North. Words are wind. Anyone can say they're loyal. I want you to show me.
My lord.
Ha! That wasn't so hard now, was it?
Azért csak észre, jó?
Here's the thing. I don't care about your loyalty. The crown, however, wants what you've got. Whatever you've been supplying the Starks for centuries. Ships, shields, chamber pots. I expect you'll do the same for us. My father has promised as much to the king. You wouldn't want to make him a liar, would you? That wouldn't reflect well on me.
We will double our efforts for your father, my lord.
That's a good little lord.
You can't trust her, Forrester.
Hey,
They murdered our men.
It was Forrester Squire who did it. One Whitehill soldier dead. One Bolton.
He was within his right. They killed his family.
His right? He killed a loyal soldier in my father's army. You had me stand out in the wind and muck so you could show off your pathetic little army. That sort of insolence from one of our loyal bannermen will not do. So I've come up with a solution that will benefit everyone. The Whitehills will be taking control of your ironwood from this day forward.
What?
Biztos, hogy nem.
But
that is our livelihood.
Then you'd better well find another fucking job.
You can't do that.
Why not? You know something the Whitehill's done? We are talking about trees. You grow them, you cut them down.
The Foresters have been tending ironwood for thousands of years. The White Hills had ironwood, once, but now those hills are bare. Do you want ironwood for the next 5 years, or the next 50 generations?
The little lord does have a point. We'll try this. Lord Whitehill will take half of your ironwood, and we'll see who fares better.
But my lord...
Half of something is better than the nothing you had before. To ensure there's no trouble, Lord Whitehall will install a garrison of 20 men within your walls.
At Ironrath, that we cannot abide. Ethan.
They'll help maintain the king's peace. And make sure there's no more trouble.
This will cause more trouble, not less.
Not for me.
Ez nem megy túl jól.
You have a man you trust?
My son, Griff.
Griff will lead the garrison.
You have no right. Whitehills have no place here.
Lads, do make this visit worthwhile.
Please, Duncan, don't.
Look at this, little Forester. You're not frightened, are you?
Lord Ramsay, please.
And you? Are you Lord Ethan's older sister?
I'm his twin, my lord.
Oh.
No, Ikreg.
Well, like the Queen and her brother. Well, hopefully not just like the Queen and her brother. I never had a sister. Always wanted one.
Enough, Lord Snow.
I have an idea. You'll come with me. You can
Hello,
be my
Frost.
highborn ward.
Lord Ramsay, that's enough.
Do you like hunting?
Let her go.
She's quite pretty, your sister. We'd get along well. I suppose you can stay.
Okay.
Aren't you the bold lord?
What have you done?
But I don't want a bold lord. Far too much trouble.
Azt a kurva mocskos életbe, hát ez most rohadtul meglepett.
Even though you did bend the knee. I think we've come to an understanding.
Lord Ethan!
I certainly feel better about all this.
What have you done?
However, the Foresters need to keep their end of the bargain. Take the boy as your ward.
No!
Kill him. If they give you any trouble.
Hát ez nem ment túl jól.
Lovely meeting all of you. We'll have to do it again sometime.
Somebody help him.
Fetch the mace so quickly!
You brought this on yourself.
Mama!
Stop!
Don't let him take me!
Let it go!
Stop them! Ryan, please!
Stop it!
Remember Ryan! Do something!
Ethan? My son.
Ajaj. Hát... Nem találok szavakat. Mi a fene történt itt? Ez volt az első rész vége. Jó, hát ez... Ó, atya Isten. Hát ez... Hát mondhatom azt, hogy még a Walking Deadben sem nagyon lepett meg. Ennyire semmi.
He saved Talia's life. He'll be remembered as Ethan the Brave.
This house needs a leader.
Lord Ethan named me Sentinel. I will lead this house.
My sister asked you to swear loyalty to her son, and you did it without flinching.
We can't let them hurt Ryan too. We have to stop them.
We do not stand alone. There are those who will fight for us. Those who hold House Forrester above all other loyalties.
Jon Snow.
Those who will not stop until Ethan is avenged. Until Ryan is home again, our house will not fall. We will be ready.
Nothing comes without a cost, my lady. Are you prepared for what might happen?
Fú, hát ez... Atya Isten, na jó, hát ennyi volt az első rész. Megrázó volt és felkavaró, és most még mindig próbálom magam összekapni. Na jó, hát... Szép álmokat, srácok. Én azt hiszem fogok aludni. Minden jót.